So, let's look at the focus in, okay, on Republican end, the other Republican end of the conservative end of the news spectrum, if you will. Okay, so like, okay, yeah. They're all progressives on the side here. And so let's say, look, arbitrarily, you take 5 hours of no internet or TV internet or whatever TV you don't have, right? For 5 hours, boom, bam. What's the reaction? What is the reaction? The reaction is like, oh man, you know what? This is crazy. You want to strangle somebody, you know what I'm saying? When you're sitting up here, let's celebrate, and so it's like, it's bothersome, man, because you know why? Because it's a sheath of like straight up no goodness, man. And I don't want to. I say that in the lightest term because I can't say the other terms what it's really about. And so you know, I make my complaints and stuff like that, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, it's a vacuum effect. Oh, you know what? All of a sudden we have, yeah, no, you know what? I mean, this comes from all angles, though, man. And it's no city for PSD drivers, if you will, or you know what I mean, recuperators or whatnot. See, you know, and again. So the whole thing of it is like, you sit up here and say you fall out of your chair, and you're like, I don't want to say it. And you say something about Ross, and you're like, oh, you know, and you don't want to say that. You didn't want to say that. You didn't want to say that, but you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit up here and sit and shush. And so and it still goes on like right now. So the reaction is I can put the phone down, and like, oh yeah, there's a penal code involved in all this stuff and everything like that. I'm like, you know, and you know, to be honest with you, it's like, oh yeah, it means with the EU, exactly, is what she's talking about. And you know, and they're like, you know what I'm saying, I don't even know. And so, where was that? Yeah, and I mean, just remember, President Trump. And that's exactly what I was talking about. So forget all that, right? So look, and you're talking about like thing, right? And talking about like, whoa, what is this? That you sit up here, and so there's just a sheer reaction of like, oh, you don't have it, and you're like, oh, I want to do this. When in fact, you're just kind of like, I don't know how you say that. You look at it from a third person. You say, "Oh, look at the reaction." You know what I mean? Look at the reaction from a so-called reaction where contingency is of this reaction, and then it comes across as like, "Oh, you know what I mean? That's the happy and nice reaction." But then it's like it's absurd because it's like you're taking it from like a disease albino. You know what I mean? Focus group fiasco. So like overall,
how many of you show of hands are optimistic that a Democrat will win in 2020?
So I'm just I'm not making any shoes, and all I'm gonna say is like, oh, I was gonna say I was just turning it up on the TV and stuff like that. Oh, but look what I produce. Look at what I produce on the mole of the situation of this. This is what makes me key. This is what my life purpose is. All of a sudden, heathens are getting religious, and all of a sudden, blasphemy is not a thing in the United States. It would upset me more if I didn't have FaceTime on Monday, regardless if they're talking about Baltimore, regardless if they're talking about such as right? So, I'm just upset, man. On that favorite show, whatever it is, because you know the invasive, and you know, and the invasiveness, suburban women, you do want them to temperature can't stay hot. The hypocrisy of the Democrats saying that they want to secure I don't know, but the whole idea of it is yeah, exactly. Arbitrarily, you say, well, you know what? If you can sit up here and you know say, oh man, you gotta outreach your vulnerabilities. You know what I mean? You gotta like make sure you cover those end parts. You gotta make sure on top of things. Well, you know, the lines of the grocery store long or whatnot, or something like that, or to that effect. And you know you have about a week or something like that, or people are counting on you. And so I don't know. this, or people are counting your money, and there's oversharing and data breaches and stuff, and people are saying, oh, wait a minute, you know what, I'm absolved from that, you know, I'm exonerated from that, I'm like beyond, I'm underneath the safety umbrella for that. So that's the I don't think about.
Cooper, Leo Terrell join our Powerhouse Roundtable next.